Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back. In today's sparring vlog, I'd like to introduce my friend Scott. Scott and I spar a lot, but I just realized it's actually the first time I have him on the video. There's something important I'd like to share today. I like to communicate with my sparring partner. So in the beginning, I was telling Scott, don't hit me too hard in the head, because last week we had some harder sparring. We're pretty much just whacking the chin a little bit harder than usual, and I just don't feel like having that today. So it's okay to let your partner know what you want to do, because a lot of times, like, if you get injured or if you feel like mild concussion and you can't train tomorrow or for the next few days, it's actually counterproductive. I told him he can hit my body hard, just not the head, because I received a couple of hard punches in the head and I just don't feel like having that today. It's always easier to spar with people you already know, because you know their style, you know how hard they hit, you know what they like and dislike, and it's easier, you can just communicate. But I think in any case, when you are sparring with somebody, it doesn't matter what style of martial art you're in, trust is important and helping each other grow is important. There's no point having one very strong, a very skilled person completely dominate his sparring partner, treat him like a meatball, because then his partner is learning nothing at all. You know, you're just I guess developing this negative feeling. I guess the word feeling is very important, because in my sparring I always keep an eye on how my sparring partner respond. Sometimes people are hurt but they just don't say it, and it's important you ask them how they are doing, because sometimes if they get hurt and you tell them, hey, you show them that you care, and suddenly a negative feeling can become a positive feeling, even if they were hurt and they knew it's an accident. It's not going to cause any friction, and they will be very happy to come back and train more and more, because they know the injury came from they didn't block properly or they didn't have good enough footwork to escape the attack. They have the desire to grow from that. But if you just have this macho guy bashing other people all the time, not giving people a chance to learn, people will question, what the hell am I doing here for? I'm just your meatball. Sometimes you do that for conditioning purpose, you hit a bit harder, but I like to keep an eye on how people are reacting. I like to watch their expression. If people like me to sweep them, I sweep them all the time. And if people get swept once or twice and they develop this negative feeling on their face, either it's too embarrassing or it hurts too much or it's too scary, then I stop sweeping. So you know, sweeping is one of those things you got to know if people like it or not. I mean, if you are practicing for competition, you want to practice sweeping, then you set up a particular sparring partner, you do just that. But this is freestyle sparring and we are swapping different partners all the time. Say I had 2 rounds with Scott today and a few rounds with other guys. I just happened to record this particular sparring just because I pulled out my camera a bit late today. Scott is in heavyweight category, so even in his light movements, it may seem like it's light, but to me, when I absorb it, it is a lot of power behind it, and I kind of like that. It's good training for me. Scott was saying to me, you gotta do this, do that, but sometimes I move in a particular way because I realize if he was gonna hammer me full power, sometimes certain blocking technique will still hurt a lot. So if I can do anything, I'll try to avoid getting hit rather than take the hit. But sometimes you just can't get out quick enough, then you have to block. So you're gonna see during the sparring and after the sparring, there's a big smile on our face. Of course, you can't just be relaxed all the time. You have to spar harder. Scott and I did that last week, and sometimes you have to go extra mile. For example, do a shark tank or something like that. You can learn from those things. You don't have to beat yourself up emotionally and go through all the negative things to be good at sparring or fighting. You can still do it while loving it. I like to cultivate that positive feeling, making people feel confident, making people feel happy, and I get a lot of reward from having a good workout, as well as making sure my sparring partners are enjoying it as much as I do. And I walk out the gym feeling good about myself and what I've contributed in other people's lives. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Train hard, stay healthy, stay safe. See you next time.